Hello everyone, Sasha here, your Fudo evangelist with this week's rundown of news from around the world, cybersecurity, what's interesting, what's happened. So our very first story, actually the very first two stories, you can read all about them down here. Just scroll down on the link, check them out, all the information's down below. Quick recap, two stories today from the Department of Defense. The Pentagon seems to be in some hot water. First of all, massive, embarrassing breach from a third-party contractor that deals with a lot of the travel information. So over 30,000 personal details of military and civilian staff all released. So that's a big embarrassment there. Not sure if they'll keep that contractor there. And then the second one, even a bigger whammy, is all about weapons research. So very complex weapons that actually, through a report, released that it took some of these guys, some of these testers, just about 9 seconds to get into some of these security systems. So you can imagine what that could do for future weapons and development. So there's a huge report about it. And what's actually worrying, and you can read about that below, is that the response from the Pentagon was kind of like, eh. So big news, weapon systems, check it out down below. Also really big in healthcare, we've got one of the biggest to date, the biggest HIPAA violation to date, and also the biggest fine. So regulars slapped Anthem, one of these big health insurers, with over $60 million, $16 million, folks, in fines. So that's a massive number. And it's so far because it goes back to a couple years ago when they lost about 79 million PHI info from individuals and patients. So, but it's the biggest violation so far to date. Over in California, some interesting news there. If you're a fan of basic passwords like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, those days are numbered, quite literally, because there's going to be a law by about 2020 banning in any device sold in California and on that market must have a complex password. So that's really interesting. So get ready for that in the future. And then also the next story is about the SEC warning many corporations through a report that they must take care more about internal cybersecurity policy that actually might violate federal law in the future. So they're kind of hinting at maybe even more regulation here, some litigation in the future. They didn't actually find any of these people in their report, but it's kind of a bigger warning sign that things might change in the future. So corporations, companies, you gotta take care of your cybersecurity policies. No more excuses. And then the last story, if you haven't heard already, the new Donald Trump supporter dating app, which was released on the 16th of October, 15th of October. On the very first day, wasn't a great start. They didn't make dating great again. Over 1,600 users, all their data, passwords, information leaked out. So not a very good start to that. We wish them more luck in the future. So those are your cybersecurity news updates for this week. If you have any more questions, get in touch. Always happy to provide you with the best information. Hope you enjoy it. Have a great week and stay safe.